Greetings, loyal minions. Welcome back to the SciShow. SG making me work hard. So I've already done one review on the Hero of the Month. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It has a little musical theme. So hopefully that's enjoyable. And moving on to the new red vivacious jelly bean, Charmione. That's what I'm going to go with. Like Hermione, but Charmione. The stupid name. I don't know. All the other slime family heroes have kind of got like the gunk and sludge and muctus, and they've got those names, and then we just throw one out like Charmione. So, yeah, good work, SG. I have said previously I like a redhead. However, not jelly redheads with weird perfume bottles sticking in their heads. But she is very curvy and vivacious, and yeah, it's a very interesting design there. We will move on. We have the overall power of 1140. It's creeping higher and higher. They'll soon be up there near the dragons. We have a cleric class. The cleric class with the, once it's all the way up, gives the master mana shield, 35% chance to resist negative mana, and also recovers 10% health if it's resisted. So nice skill. We know what clerics do, so that's handy. The slime family is giving the bonus for 1, 2, 3 heroes of 10, 15, 20% attack based on the number of slime families in the team for mega minions, minions, and fiends summoned by allies. Interesting how it hasn't added mega fiends to that, but that's a whole different story. We have the passive of slime minion upon defeat. So when the hero is defeated, they get these slime mega minions for nearby allies with 50% HP and 40% attack. That's very good, just throws a little bit of extra protection out for your allies once you die. And we also have the slime minion split, so if a character gets hit for more than 25% of max health, they summon a slime mega minion for themselves with 50% HP and 40% attack. So we've seen that obviously with heroes like Sludgus, as I already mentioned, Fungustine. So works great, just extra protection, makes the hero stronger. We can see the Aether talent of Revive, so if they're defeated during the first 4 turns, they are resurrected. Very unlikely for that to happen. Even in a rush war, I mean, it can happen, but yeah, with the minion that she summons when getting hit, so almost a pointless Aether talent, but on the off chance. It obviously works well in events and that type of thing where you've got multiple waves, and you can use that on each wave, but in regards to wars and raids, it's almost a pointless Aether talent. We'll move on. Stats overall, attack and defense are actually slightly low considering the overall, but obviously the HP is extremely high at 3,300. Throw a legendary troop on there, you're probably looking at like 4,500 or something ridiculous. That is huge. Being a slow hero, we need to stay alive, so onto the slowness, we have Perfume Cloud running at slow speed. Instantly, as you know, I'm a bit biased against the slow heroes, but we'll have a look. It's just, you know, it's bad enough in the current meta trying to get 3 matches for your average speed, let alone more. But as I've mentioned in the past, if you can pair with any sort of free mana, it can speed things up and make them worthwhile in places other than Rush. We're seeing a lot of Bernadettes, even at very slow, especially in wars. That's, you know, generally the top teams where they have a hero that's hard to counter. It doesn't mean that it's going to work as well at every level. If you're the only one with the Bernadette, then, you know, you're going to get some counters thrown at you. So anyway, I digress. The target and nearby enemies receive Devouring Goo status ailment for 4 turns. I love how we make these things so simple. Devouring Goo status ailment. Devouring Goo removes all dispellable buffs and growth effects, deals 200 damage per turn and 100 damage per each removed effect. So for 4 turns, we're doing 200 damage per turn. That will obviously go up with all the additional emblems and troops, etc. 200 damage per turn, so it could be more like 300 around about. That will need testing. 200 per turn, 100 damage per each removed effect. It's removing all dispellable buffs and growth, so that's obviously good against the goblins and the newer heroes that are also giving the growth, so it's nice to be able to remove that. After 1 turn, the target and nearby enemies get paralyzed for 4 turns. So it's hitting 3 for a slow hero. Just let me go through this again. The target and nearby enemies receive Devouring Goo status ailment for 4 turns. Removes all dispellable buffs and growth effects. Deals 200 damage per turn and 100 damage per each removed effect. After 1 turn, the target and nearby enemies get paralyzed for 4 turns. Paralyzed enemies can't attack or gain mana and receive 50% increased damage. Bosses, Titans, and Mythic Titans are not affected by this ailment. So it's increasing the damage. They're getting 200 damage per turn, which could be more like 300, but then it's increasing that by an extra 50%. So that could be around 400 to 450 each turn for 4 turns. I also can't gain mana. Now it doesn't mention there, with the sleep, it mentions that if they get hit, it's removed. I'm sure that's mentioned. Let me just have a quick look here. Sorry, I do these things live just so I get the sort of real reaction. Sleeping target is woken once it takes damage. So I was correct in that. So paralyzed looks like a stronger effect than the sleep, because they're not going to wake up if they take damage. So once you've hit them with that, they're going to be taking a lot of extra damage, can't gain mana, so it's basically like a silence, can't go, and they get extra damage. So silence and defense down basically, or 50% increased damage. It's going to give you plenty of time to take them out. I'd love to see this in action, as I'm just sort of trying to picture it's. Again, obviously, we look at slow heroes and just think of Rush War. It's going to be insane to be able to basically totally take care of 3 of the enemy team. Again, it can be dispelled, so at least I'm not seeing anything to say that it can't. It does say there, though, the damage can't exceed 700 per turn. If the target already has the effect, the duration will be refreshed and the extra damage from the removed effects will be added to the new effect. So yeah, that's sort of doubling it up, and with the extra damage from paralyzed. So only hitting 3 as a slow, whilst it is a very, very powerful skill, I really think that limits it even further outside of Rush. Like someone like a Bernadette's being used, but it affects everyone. So it really does punish a bad board. If you get a bad board and Bernadette fires, it's close to game over unless you have the right counters and get a little bit of luck. But with you hitting 3, it just seems a little underwhelming for mine outside of Rush. I could be wrong. As I said, it's nice to see these in sort of in action, to see exactly how much damage is being done and the effect it has. But I don't think it's going to be a game changer. Obviously, extremely annoying in Rush. Outside of Rush, I don't think it's going to be that terrible. But time will tell. There you go. Sorry, I did ramble quite a bit in that. Yeah. It's... trying to even think of things that it will pair well with, or sort of to use it in tandem, but it does get hard at slow speed to do that sort of thing. Anyone else, it's going to increase damage. Yeah, just any hit 3 really after this thing goes off. But they're going to go off first. Anyway, that was clear as mud. I hope I've really helped you out in understanding where this hero is going to shine. I need to have a nap. If you are doing any pulls, best of luck to you. If you enjoy what I'm doing, gently caress that subscribe button like you would be gently caressing that vivacious buttocks of Charmione. Give your kitty a scritch for me. Give her a few scritches. Have a good one.